Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. My name is Will. This is Will of the Nerds. Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. My name is Will. This is Will of the Nerds, and we are here with a Crimson Vow box opening. And as you can see, it's already opened, and that is because if you didn't catch my live stream on Christmas Day, I opened this up to pull one pack out, and then I pulled another pack out because this one's going to be saved for Christmas this year. And throughout this year, I'm gonna purchase packs here and there, and whenever I buy a box or buy a bundle box, I'm going to take one pack out, and it's gonna go put off to the side for Christmas. And Christmas Eve, I plan on doing a Christmas Eve opening too. So, excuse me. Be sure to keep an eye out on that at the end of the year. I was going to do a live stream. The live stream of this, I was live for about 15 minutes and I got no views. So, it's just going to turn into a video for you guys on YouTube. So, hopefully you enjoy. We're going to start and open up a pack and see what we get. I'm not really going to go through the commons or uncommons too much, so this will probably end up being a quicker video. Cloaked Cadet, Arm the Cathars, Foreboding Statue, and Splendid Reclamation, which I don't think I've gotten this, to be honest. I don't know if you can see everything at all or not from where I'm holding it. Hopefully you can. I'll find out when I upload it, I guess, or when I edit it. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Okay. I mean, unless you're playing mill or land destruction, really don't help much, but we'll put that there. Forest, which we will need a common foil and just some tokens. I'm still looking to get an Edgar or an Olivia. I haven't pulled one of them yet, which is surprising because I opened about a box and a half worth of Crimson Vow, and I didn't pull one. So, I'm surprised. I do need an Arlen cord yet. I haven't pulled her. Let's actually switch these around. Okay. Groom's Finery. It's in a, oh wow, it's in a coffin. I didn't notice that. I have one of these. Spiked Ripsaw. I haven't seen that yet. Dormant Grove and Shattered Sanctum for a rare dual land. I'm okay with that. That's probably worth a couple bucks, I would assume. Usually the dual lands that are in standard or, yeah, in standard rotation, usually are worth a couple bucks. And then we've got some more tokens, a slug token, and then one of those flip side ones. Sorry for the coughing. I've been trying to get over the cough, and like it's just hung around for a few weeks now. And I did get a bit of a fever there the other day. When I was recording Greedfall, I believe, and I could feel myself getting sick, so I thought I would be over it. I thought that would be it, but apparently not. I'm still sick. A Wandering Mind and a Wedding Announcement is our rare again. I have pulled this one before. I prefer this side. Creatures you control get a +1/+1, but you have to go through all of that to get it. So that is another rare. Those lands, which I will gladly take, they are probably going to go in my vampire decks, more than likely. Maybe even my wolf deck. I should make a werewolf deck, but I don't know. Like, werewolves are iffy to me. I like the whole day-bound, night-bound thing for this set. I don't really care for. I think it's too much to keep track of on top of everything else. If you're playing 1v1, it's probably not that bad, but when you're playing multiplayer and you're trying to pay attention to everyone else, and like somebody might have a response to somebody else on the turn before yours, so like I got my own crap to pay attention to. Falconwrath Celebrant. That is nice. I have a few of them. I should go through and look for some wolves and see if there's any good wolves from the past couple sets to put in my wolf deck. Skull Scab, Olenbach Escort, Luring Suitor, and Dream Shackle Geist, which I believe I have pulled. I do want to make a blue-white spirit deck, so that might end up going in there, and then our tokens. Let's get rid of the fire starter. I don't need that. So we have 34 packs. That'll make for a decent video. Like I said, I was hoping to live stream this. I was live for 15 minutes or so, and nobody showed up. So, I was like, okay, I want to open it, so no live stream. I'm just gonna make a video for it. And my girlfriend also suggested about doing TikTok, like just cutting my videos and posting them on TikTok, like just a pack at a time kind of thing. Dorothea Vengeful Victim. Flying. When Dorothea Vengeful Victim attacks or blocks, sacrifice it at the end of combat. Okay. And it turns into an enchantment. I don't think that is a spirit that I'm going to keep, but I will keep that land. And Into the Night. Probably something that I'm not going to keep either. I'll keep some blood tokens. I do plan on making a blood token deck. So, another vampire deck out of the 5 I have, I think. 5 or 6 I have. I have a decent amount of vampire decks. Evolving Wilds again. We've got Groom's Finery again. Cobbled Lancer, Catapult Fodder, which I have this one. That one's... I think I played this one in my draft for Thanksgiving when my friends came over. Cemetery Desecrator. Okay, I don't think I've pulled him. That's our first mythic, I believe. It has Menace. When it enters the battlefield or dies, exile another card from a graveyard. Okay, when you do, choose one. Remove X counters from target permanent, where X is the mana value of the exiled card. Okay. And target creature an opponent controls gets -X until end of turn, where X is the mana value of the card. Okay, so if they got a high mana cost card, it would have to be a permanent. Or no, exile another card from a graveyard. So if they have like a big instant sorcery, it doesn't matter what it is, that could get rid of a big creature on your board, which would be nice. A mountain. And we got a foil rare, which I think I have these two. Maybe not. Helana and Elena, partners. First strike, reach. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X+1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is Helena and Elena's power. That creature gains haste until end of turn. I should really make a red-green, just like counters deck for that. That would actually be pretty nice. I think I have a few cards worth that too. The Forgotten Ancient would be a good card to put in this, because at the beginning of each turn it gets +1/+1, I believe, or whenever an opponent casts a spell, or when anybody. So like having cards like that where when anybody casts a spell, or whenever I cast a spell or an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. I forget what exactly Forgotten Ancient does, but I know at the beginning of your turn you can move those counters onto another creature. So I should really maybe look at making a deck with that, and then just making a bunch of counters and putting counters on creatures. Okay. Cool. On to the next. Lightning Wolf, Hungry Ridge Wolf, Unhallowed Phalanx. I'd like to keep probably a couple play sets of those. I feel like that's a common that would come in pretty well handy. A 1/13. It does enter the battlefield tapped, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it's a 1/13. It's probably not really going to die. And if you can give it flying, then even better. Runebound Wolf, Circle of Confinement, Bloodsworn Squire, and Hullbreaker Horror, which I believe I have. And I need to start paying attention to where I'm putting my cards. I'm going to have them all mixed up. Hullbreaker Horror, which I do believe I have one of. Not the best in my opinion. And Dream Shackle Geist for another foil rare, but we pulled the regular version of that earlier. I believe I have I think I have a playset of these now. That would actually be a fairly decent spirit to put in a spirit deck. As long as I can get it back, because it's a 3-1, so it's going to die pretty easily, which is not fun. I do not want that. Oh, okay, Pack Song Pup. At the beginning of your turn, if you control another wolf or werewolf, okay, that would actually be pretty good. My wolf deck. In all honesty, it gets stronger because it's nothing but wolves in the deck. So, Hero's Downfall went from being a rare to an uncommon, which I really like. I have 2 of these now, but I obviously would like more, and it's probably pretty cheap now. Wash Away, Concealing Curtains, which I believe I have 1 of, and Revealing Eye, an Island, and Tokens. And I have a text. It's probably, yeah, my one friend, so, okay, where was I? I'm gonna edit that bit out. So it's just not quiet for 30 seconds. Okay, my friend messaged me and he's like, "Oh, did you go live yet?" And I'm like, yeah, I did, but nobody viewed. I really need to. I'm not petty towards it. It's like, I get it. Like it's a little demoralizing to me. Like having no views. If I had one person on, like, it makes it easier and it makes me want to do it. As long as there's one person watching. When there's nobody, then I'm not going to do it. I'd rather just make a video. Ancient Lumberknot, Ballista Watcher, and Iruth, Tormented Prophet. If you would draw a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library instead. You may play those cards this turn. Okay. What if you don't have the mana to do it? They're just exiled. So I don't really like that. Swamp and some more tokens. So you get a flip token in every pack, it seems like, which, I mean, there's a lot of flip cards now between the last 2 sets, so, I'm fine with that. Belligerent Guest for our first, showcase card. I do really like that. As far as I noticed, it's just the vampires that have gotten that. So, yeah. Blood Tithe Harvester. I do want a few more of them, and there I am putting my freaking commons in my uncommon pile again. And I probably have freaking... Is this just all commons? Nope. I did throw some uncommons in here. I had a feeling I'd probably do that. Okay. Let's get this fixed real quick. There we go. Plop. Done. Done. Okay, Blood Tithe Harvester, Wash Away, which we got in the pack earlier. Infestation Expert, and Creepy Puppeteer, which I don't think I've pulled this at all. When it attacks, if you attacked with exactly one other creature this combat, you may have that creature's base power or toughness become a 4/3 until end of turn. I really don't see a reason for it. Ooh, that's a nice vampire token. He's got fancy armor on. Still hoping for that Olivia or Edgar Markov that I have not pulled yet. Even, like, if you go and watch my live stream, even if you watch it in bits, I don't think I really pulled any, like, there was a few hits, but out of, like, all the packs I opened, it seemed underwhelming to me out of everything I got. You know, stuff that I would actually use, it seemed like I got very little. Frenzied Devils, Angelic Quartermaster, Distracting Geist, and Curse of Hospitality, which I think I got a copy of that. Alright, so we got a Plains and some tokens. And my phone is vibrating again. And let's open the next pack. Fierce Retribution. I do need to kind of just go through these and... Oh, I went through the ones that I had, but I need to just go through this set in general and pick out cards that I need. There's another Hero's Downfall. Awesome. I have 3 of them now. I usually play 2 ofs in deck, which is nice. Hiveheart Shaman for a rare, which I think I've seen the art for this somewhere. Maybe I was watching, what do you call it, previews or spoilers for this set, and I think that's where I saw it at. It creates insects for, that's a lot. Create a 1/1 green insect creature token, put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. Just, like, for 6 mana, that's really not worth it. Because if I put it, it's only going to be in my insect deck, which is going to be red and green, so that's 2 mana. So you get a 3/3 token for 6 mana. That's really not worth it. If it was like 3 mana for that, yeah. But I mean, to get, because even if you make it 2 colorless and a green, you're getting a 1/1, and it's 3/4. So, or a 3 colorless and a green. So if you play 4 colors, you have 4 different basic lands in it, and like, having basic lands in a multicolored deck is just not worth it. So I don't know how that made it past R&D. It's just me. So I don't see that one being expensive at all. I don't see it really being used at all. Wedding Security, Bramble Worm, Gutter Skulker. Okay. Dreamroot Cascade for another dual land, which is okay by me. I will gladly take the dual lands. I used to never really be interested in the dual lands when I got them, but I open so much anymore that I usually get at least 2. Like, I'll end up with 2 Dreamroots and 2 Shattereds, and I can use them in decks. So, like Dreamroot Cascade, it looks like that would work in a fairy deck, but I don't know if there's any green fairies. Like, I have a couple Rootbound Crags from Ixalan that have dinosaurs on them, and I want to throw them in my dinosaur deck, and I just keep forgetting to do it. I end up having too much other stuff to do that I just don't do it. Okay, so we have Geist Light Snare, and here I go putting my commons in with my uncommons again. Cartographer Survey, Soul Cipher Board, and ooh, Angie Maid of Dishonor. I haven't gotten her, but I do like that alternate art there. Whenever Angie, I don't know, Maid of Dishonor, and or 1 or more other vampires enter the battlefield under your control, create a blood token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Fine by me. Works in my blood token deck that I want to make. 2 colorless, sacrifice another creature or a blood token. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That's actually not bad if everything in my deck creates blood tokens. 2 mana, 2 colorless mana to take 2 life and gain 2 life. Basically cipher 2 life. Yeah, I'm okay with that. An island and Blood Crazed Socialite. I saw it. I was hoping it was Olivia, but it is not. That's kind of like creepily realistic. Menace. When it enters the battlefield, create a blood token. Okay, so it works for that. Whenever this attacks, you may sacrifice the blood token. If you do, this gets a +2/+2 till end of turn. I don't know if she's worth that. Maybe, like, if you need one, I guess. If you want to. It has Menace, so if nobody has anything to block and you got a spare blood token, why not? Alright. Next pack. This will probably end up being about a 40-minute video. I didn't think it was going to be that long, but I like to go on tangents. I do plan on doing... So, little side note before we keep going. PayPal does a thing called Pay in 4. So what I'm thinking of doing recently is once this is paid off, I plan on going in and buying, maybe when Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, is that what it is, comes out? of buying like 2 boxes of that, and maybe like a box of Force of Will, and maybe a box of Flesh and Blood, and buying them and paying like $100 every 2 weeks. That way it helps me get content for you, and it's not me spending all my money, like $400 all at once to get stuff. I understand I can save, like I can just buy things here and there. I like buying boxes and opening them, but it would be cheaper to do that. It gets me 4 videos and maybe 5 videos depending on what I get, but it'll get me 4 or 5 videos. That gets me a month worth of content. It'll take me 2 months to pay everything off, but with everything going on, like looking at getting a house and stuff like that, I kind of need that extra income, so I can't just go out and spend $400. And, I would like to go to my local game store and buy stuff, but at the same time, it's like I don't know when I'll have time or when I'll have the extra money to do it. So it would be easier to be like, oh, I have an extra, like, $600. I'll just go and buy some stuff and use PayPal, and like I can kind of save that money for a down payment on a house, and know that, like, as long as I have that extra money, that cushion, every couple weeks I'll have $100 taken out, and like it's not really going to hurt me too much. Rather than be like, oh, I got $600, I'm going to go below it on stuff, for you guys, for content for you guys, which I don't mind doing, but, let's get back to it. Valorious Stance, Parasitic Grasp, Voltaic Visionary, and Old Rustine. I haven't gotten this yet. A Human Peasant. When it enters the battlefield or at the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. If a land card is milled that way, create a treasure token. If a creature card is milled that way, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. If a non-creature, non-land card is milled this way, create a blood token. I mean, it's probably worth something in Commander, but I don't see a use for it. Alright, so let's move this stack of commons over and start a new stack. And I see a foil card back there. Probably nothing good. It's blue. Crushing Canopy, I believe that's a reprint, isn't it? Magma Pummeler. Laid to Rest. Bloodsworn Squire. That looks pretty cool. Dying to Serve, which I have gotten before. A Mountain and Fear of Death for a foil common card, and a Wolf token, which I will keep. I like the Wolf tokens. It's a 3/2. I don't know what creates 3/2 red Wolf tokens. I know most of them create, what, like 2/2 green Wolf creature tokens, so I'll have to find what creates that, because that's actually pretty cool looking. Crushing Canopy again. Blood Crazed Socialite. Okay, here we go. Diver Scab. Skull Scab, which we have gotten. Mischievous Catgeist. Aww. Oh, we have Thalia. We got the Dracula print of her where I can't remember what she's not Mina, but I have the other version of her from the box topper. So, definitely could use another one of these. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Don't know if I want to use that in a deck or anything, because that hurts me as well. But maybe I want to play some kind of control deck. So, we will see. I don't know if I'll keep that. Mountain and some more tokens. Okay. Let's open the next one. Bloody Betrayal. Let's keep skipping. Like, that's the thing, is my girlfriend said about doing this for TikTok, but I get on such tangents that I would have to, like, cut my audio and, like, go through these really quickly, and I don't know if they'd want the snippets or anything like that. I don't think it'll really work with me just, standing here holding the cards. Spiked Rip Saw, Geistlight Snare, Ullenbach Escort, and Ulvenwald Oddity. Trample, Haste, Transform It. Oh, geez. Well, I guess the Eldrazi still have an impact on some stuff, huh? Trample, haste. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 and have trample and haste. That's actually not bad. For 4 mana, 4 mana for a 4/4, it has trample and haste. And you can transform it. For 7 mana, this actually probably would go. Let's get rid of these here. Let's fire starter, throw that down. What did we get earlier? It was this. So this with like Forgotten Ancient and this. So put a +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control. So you could easily just buff that thing. Comes out as a 4/4 if you don't have the mana to transform it. Forgotten Ancient. Take the +1/+1 counters from Forgotten Ancient. Put it on this, right? And then at the beginning of combat, you can you put at +X +1/+1 counters. So Forgotten Ancient moves 4 counters onto Helena and Alena. And you can take 4 counters, put it on this, and now you have an 8/8 trample haste. And then if it eventually transforms, I don't know if those counters still stay on it. I would assume so. And then you're giving everything else trample and haste too on top of it. I actually kind of like that idea, and I think I'm going to make that rule deck. Of course. So I already have like, I don't know, 10 or 11 deck ideas that I need to finish yet. So there's another one that is going to cost me more money. I don't know if if I do that, maybe it'll be a live stream idea where I go through my decks that I'm working on, and maybe I just kind of go through my cards and just chill and hang out and do some deck building. I don't know if that'd be something you guys would enjoy at all or not. You can let me know. Whispering Wizard, Vile Spawn Spider, Wolfkin Outcast, and another Hullbreaker Horror. Really? Well, that's Vampire Slayer. Like, we've only gotten 1 mythic so far, haven't we? I think so. And we're about halfway through the box. Yeah. 1 mythic and a duplicate. That is not good. Not good at all. Okay then. Guess I'm not opening this pack. Hopefully that means it's good. There we go. We can... Little ASMR for you. Okay. On to this pack. Let's get this Fleeting Spirit. I really need to look through all the spirits between this set and last set, see if there's anything good. Sigardian Paladin, Dawnheart Geist, because there's a lot of them. Like, that doesn't fit in my spirit deck at all. Okay, so we got Jacob Hawken, Inspector. Another mythic. Not really the mythic I wanted. Tap, draw a card, then exile a card from your hand face down. You may look at that card for as long as it remains exiled. You may pay 4 colorless and 2 blue. If you do, transform him. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library face down. You may look at that card for as long as it remains exiled. So, okay, so you're exiling 2 cards. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land or cast a spell from among the cards exiled with this permanent without paying its mana cost. Okay. That's not bad. So you need to get him to transform, or else your cards are just in exile, which is not a good thing. And he's an O2, so... I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So, is this only going to be a 2 mythic box? I'm never going to get Olivia or Edgar, am I? I would like to get 2 of them. That's why I would like to at least get 1. So, if they're expensive, I don't have to spend like $20 for 2 Olivias. Oh, hey, my video's done rendering. That's my deck tech video, which I guess it's going to be my sliver deck. So, there's that. So keep an eye out for that. I actually might... So once all my deck techs are done, I can't find anything for my Force of Will decks, a website to put them on, if you know a website. Because I went to one, but it doesn't have all the J rollers that I have. Like, I have the Guardians. I have one deck that is the Red Guardian, basically as like a burn deck, I believe. And he's not on that site, so I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should just go in Excel and do it. I don't know if that's something that you guys would like. I don't know if I should just get in Google and type in the image or their database and find the image of the cards and do that. But once my MTG deck techs are done, I do plan on going through my decks that are in construction and maybe just going over them and throwing them up, because I have a vague idea of the cards that I want to put in them. It's just I need to write a list down and buy them, and just spending more money and time on this and making content than building my decks. Vampire's Vengeance, Lantern of the Lost, Twin Blade Geist, and Dominating Vampire for our rare. When it enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of vampires you control until end of turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste until end of turn. Not bad. For 3 mana, that's actually not bad. So if you control a lot of vampires, the most I think I've had out on the board at any one time was maybe 5. So if I can get 5 or 6 out, I can probably steal my opponent's big beater, which would be nice. Oh, there's our 2/2 wolf creature token. We got the 3/2 earlier. We've got the 2/2 one now. I need to, like I said, there's decks that I have in mind to make that I don't have built up yet. Probably a werewolf deck. Like there's other decks. Like I do a lot of tribal decks just because it's like, oh, that wolf's cool. It has synergy with other wolves. It's easier just to do that. End of Festivities, I think, is a pretty good card. That's a pretty good common card. Skulking Killer, Vilespawn Spider, which we pulled earlier. Alluring Suitor, and Dollhouse of Horrors. I don't think I've pulled this one. One colorless tap. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of the exiled card, except it's a 0/0 construct artifact in addition to its other types. And it has, this creature gets a +1/+1 for each construct you control. I mean, I have an artifact deck, but it doesn't really have a place in there for that. I guess if you're playing Commander with an artifact deck or a construct deck, it has a place there. You know, other than that, it's like in standard play, I really don't see a point in it. It's probably not worth much, but what do I know? It could be worth like $5, and I'm just like, I wouldn't use it, so it can't be worth that much. Parasitic Grasp, Pack Song Pup. Okay, I think I have a playset of these now. I'll at least throw 2 in my wolf deck. Child of the Pact. This is kind of the card why I want to make a werewolf deck. 4 mana gets me a wolf creature token, which is meh. But that one's not bad. Trample other creatures you control, get a +1/+0. Alchemist Gambit for our rare. And we've got our tokens. Okay. We do not have a whole lot of packs left. So, excuse me. And I'm going to have to edit all this down because I'm coughing. So this video is probably going to be 4 minutes shorter than what I actually have recorded. Ancient Lumberknot, Sanguine Statuette, Gutter Skulker, which we pulled earlier, and, Sorin the Sexy, Borderless. That's sexy. I have one of him. I don't have the Borderless version, so I will gladly take the Borderless version to add to my collection. I do collect the Planeswalkers, and, of course, as soon as I get close to collecting all of them, Magic comes out with a set that has, like, 10 Planeswalkers in it. So thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for that. But I will gladly take Sorin the Sexy there, and a foil Hookhand Mariner for a common. Alright, so that is a 3 mythic box. It's kind of feeling like we're not going to get Olivia or Edgar. I don't know how much they are, to be honest. I guess we can get on here and look. I don't know what Olivia's card name is. Let's do Crimson Vow. Nope. I need to learn how to spell Crimson Vow. Oops. Price list. No, that's not what I typed in at all, but okay. There we go. TCG player. Show me how much Olivia is. Let's actually, let's set my phone there and see. Come on, let's load A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. J, K, L, M, N. Getting close. There's Runo. We don't talk about Runo. Olivia Crimson Bride is $21. Oh, the showcase is $21. Her regular version's $6. So, I mean, that's not bad. How much? I mean, $6 is still a good bit when I want at least 2 of them. So, that's $12. And if I can at least get 1, that would be nice. I want to see how much Edgar is real quick, too. Edgar's dirt cheap. So, Edgar isn't worth anything. So, that's not bad. I guess I can buy 2 Olivia and 2 Edgars for less than $20, which is fine by me. 4 cards for less than $20. Don't really bug me too much. Markov Waltzer, Rending Flame, Biolume Egg, and Inspired Idea. Oh, a Mountain and Lambert Recontour for a foil uncommon and some tokens. I think we are down, well, that's what, 3, 6, 7, 8. This is pack number 9. I'm actually going to take those packs out here after this and get rid of the box so I don't accidentally knock it off of the table. Edgar's Awakening, Storm Chaser Drake, Innocent Traveler, and Sundown Pass for another dual land. I'm okay with that. I will gladly take that. And a Groom's Finery for a foil uncommon and some tokens. Alright, let's take these out. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. 8 packs left. We've gotten 3 mythics. Let's hope for Olivia. Olivia in her showcase would be really nice. I don't see that happening, but at least Olivia would be fine by me. Let's see if she will show her head. Cobbled Lancer, Witness the Future, and Runo Stromkirk. I pulled one of him earlier. Or not earlier, on the live stream I pulled one of him. I don't think he's worth much. His card is not very interesting. He would fit in the Serpent, the Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, and Serpent deck I have. Really, I was gonna make like a Stromkirk Vampire deck, but he doesn't fit. He doesn't fit in that. So Stromkirk deck, that's a no-go. Markov deck, probably, and is it Olivia Voldaren? I don't know if there's enough, like, is there a lot of Voldaren vampires? I know there's a lot of Falkenrath and Stromkirk vampires, I believe. So, I mean, but Runo wouldn't fit in it. Okay, let's keep going. Weaver Blossom. Oh, Blood Hypnotist. I don't know why I stumbled over that. Bride's Gown, Restless Bloodseeker, Dominating Vampire, which I have one of these already. When it enters the battlefield. Oh, okay, so it's the one we got in the showcase earlier. So, okay. We got 2 of them, and I think I have one earlier. Or, I have one already from the live stream. So, 3 of them. It's not a legendary, so that is pretty nice. It kind of gets rid of its usefulness after it comes out, so, Okay, so there is our commons. Resistance Squad, Griffwing Cavalry, Panicked Bystander, and Investigator's Journal. And Mind Leech Ghoul for a foil common card. At the beginning, when it enters the battlefield with a number of suspect counters on it equal to the greatest number of creatures the player controls. I mean, remove a counter, draw a card, sacrifice, draw a card. So, I mean, if somebody's got like 6 creatures out, you can pay 2 and draw 6 cards until you have to sacrifice it. I don't really see a use in it. I mean, it might instead of having like an instant card draw card, you could just do that. Chances are nobody's really gonna attack it. Like if you need a card and you have the mana, so I mean it's not terrible. I can see its usefulness. Vampire's Vengeance, Valorious Stance, Oakshade Stalker, and Alchemist Gambit. Another duplicate. I have... it's been a long time since I've gotten duplicates in a box. And, like, these are not good duplicates. I think Hullbreaker Horror might be worth a little bit, but I don't know about Alchemist Gambit. But I would honestly rather at least get one of everything than duplicates like that in one box. Wretched Thong for the meme. Voldaren Epicure. So I think most of the Voldaren vampires are from this set. Crawling Infestation, Dreadfuge, Brine Comer, Overcharged Amalgam, which I believe I have a copy of that already. And we are down to the last 3 packs, and the highlight was... ooh. The highlight was this guy showing up in Borderless card. And that was about it. Other than that, I feel like it was pretty lackluster in my opinion. So, Screaming Swarm, Markov Purifier, Voltaic Visionary, Ascendant Pack Leader. It enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it if you control a permanent with mana value 4 or greater. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on this. It might work in that counters deck I want to make, like the Gruul deck, maybe. I might be able to find other cards that have a better usefulness. So, yeah, I think I have a copy of that too. Like I said, I opened over 2 boxes worth of Crimson Vow now, and I haven't gotten did I get Arlen? I might have gotten Arlen, but I haven't gotten Olivia or Edgar, which are the 2 that I want. Honeymoon Hearse, Edgar's Awakening, Restless Bloodseeker, and Bloodveil Purveyor. Flying Trample. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player creates a blood token. I don't like that. Whenever Bloodveil Purveyor attacks, it gets a +1/+0 for each blood token defending player controls. So, I mean, tap. It's an artifact with 1 colorless tap, discard a card, sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. I mean, it kind of gives them card draw. I honestly see this going more in like the show and tell deck I want to make, where you show me your hand and I make you discard stuff, or I name a card and you can't play it. So, like, I'm okay giving them blood tokens if they have to discard a card and it hurts them. I'm okay with that. Other than that, I don't know if I just want to give them blood tokens. I mean, they have to discard a card, but if they have a way to get that card back, then, I mean, you're just giving them card draw. You don't want to do that. I don't want to give them card draw. Okay, last pack. Let's see what we get. We get a Retrieve, Fellstinger, Lantern of the Lost, and Voldaren Bloodcaster. Or another non-token creature you control dies. Create a blood token. Whenever you create a blood token, if you control 5 or more blood tokens, transform it. And Vampire Wizard, flying at the beginning of combat on your turn. Up to 1 target blood token you control becomes a 2/2 black bat creature with flying and haste in addition to its other types. So, that's not bad. It turns my blood tokens into bats. It's not what I really wanted, but, you know. Spore Crawler for a foil common. And that is it for the pack. And that is that's the highlight right there, Soren the Sexy. So, with that, we will end the video. So if you guys could please like, subscribe, share, hit that bell icon. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. You can follow me over on Facebook and Twitter. The links to those are in the description. And with that, I'll see you guys on the next one.